Welcome back to a new video on this channel. This episode today is about client requests. So we love getting client requests. We need them to stay live as freelance designers, and yeah, of course, we love to get new contracts, to get new work and to get new money. But there are also many bad client requests. I'm sure you already got many emails from clients that you started projects with, but in the end these projects weren't successful because these clients weren't that good. They had different opinions than you. They maybe didn't even pay you for your work. And I think you can sort out these clients directly at the beginning. You see in many client requests that they don't put much effort in such an email, in a mail, or in a way to contact you. So if you are like me, some years in the business of freelance design, and you have like a portfolio up or a Dribble account, and you have abilities to get emailed by potential clients, then you are probably used to these weird client requests. I have sorted out 4 of them that I will share with you. I made them anonymously, so there's no real problem with that. I can show them to you, and I'm sure you will already know what the content of these is, because we all got these bad client requests before. Okay, so the first one is: Hi Maximilian, I'm working on a web app or iOS project, and once we have finished testing version 1, we will then begin to contact designers to begin work on the UX for the app and web app. I really like your work. Without getting into much details, is it possible to give me a rough estimate of your pricing? Thanks. Guys, basically this is a kind email. So this client is kind, he wants to work with me, and that's great, but he's already saying that he's actually contacting many designers because he will sort out and there will only be one designer to get the job. Who says like, I already reached out to 10 other designers for this work, for this job? No really does that. And if you see a client that is like writing you that he already contacted other designers, don't do this project. Another thing that really annoys me in this client request is that he's actually saying he isn't really willing to get into details before I tell him about my pricing and so on. And is it even possible to talk about pricing if you don't really know what the amount of work, the amount of hours and so on it is in such a project? So if you really want to work with a freelance designer, you have to give them some information about the project. You have to give them some things they can use to give you a rough estimate. You can't say, no, I don't give you information, I just want a price. The next request comes from someone who says, Hi Maximilian, my name is, and I'm looking for someone who can do front-end dev as well as UI design. I've created a web app and I'm looking for someone to help improve the UI because we will be moving to the App Store soon. Would love to have a chat if you're free sometime. You can contact me at kind regards. So for me, this sounds like a dude who's maybe creating an app in his free time. Budget is probably very low. He's probably very flexible when it comes to time, but it's probably very difficult to finish such a project because, yeah, as I said, not really much budget, but you need the budget. It sounds like a freelance dev or founder who's probably not that experienced when it comes to working with designers, so you have to teach them a lot. And in the end, this sounds like a request that could be hard, maybe could be finished, but actually for me, I wouldn't say no to these requests because they come in like a lot of times. So the next one is also very weird. Hi Max, we have a requirement for designing an Android app with brilliant UI. Let us know if you have the bandwidth to take this up. Thanks. This is also kind of weird. He says we have a requirement, so who's the we? What is the requirement really saying? And they want a brilliant UI, so are they willing to get a beautiful interface, or are they looking for a great solution or so? I don't know. It's kind that he says, if you have the time, just write me back, and he will probably get me more information about the project. But I'm not sure why he's also not giving any information about the project. The only thing he's basically saying is that it's an Android app and it should have a brilliant UI. So this can be anything. This can be a big project. This can be a small project. We don't really know what these clients want. And if you have these unclear messages, you can do several things. So the first thing is to write them back, tell them, please give me more details, please help me so I can give you a rough estimate, or so I can even say yes or no or something like that. You can also say no to them. You can say to them that they should contact you in a way that's really helping you and that's supporting you, and maybe teaching them already in this email. And the third method that you can do is to just ignore them. So if you get a lot of requests and you don't have the time to give everybody a nice and great answer. So maybe you write some answers down in Evernote or somewhere and paste them into your email client and send them back. But sometimes you can also ignore them, because they are probably contacting 20 or 10 to 20 designers, and you may probably not even take on the project because they decided to move on with a different designer. So don't use too much time on writing them back, on taking care of those emails. Yeah, and I found another really nice email. He says, "Good day, George." So already in the greeting, he's not even using my own name, but my name is actually so many times on Dribble and on these posts, on the profile and so on. So he probably just pasted in this email request, and he already sent it to some other designers, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 2. Of course, that's a normal way. You are sending these emails to different people, but if you do it obviously like this, that you forget to replace the name, and maybe it's the only thing that you have to replace, then this is so bad, and this is not really even worth getting a reply. So I think you got these requests as well before, and if you would like to share your experience with clients and bad clients requests, maybe even you took on a project and it was a total disaster, write it down in the comments. I would be very happy to get to know your story, and maybe even you, so maybe you can tell me something about you and we can discuss in the comments. So thank you for your time and enjoy your week. See you!